Welcome to your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 529. If you are writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing your book but you're having trouble finishing it, or perhaps you're at the stage where you need help reaching more readers to let them know about your book, you are in the right place. Good morning and happy Tuesday. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh, also known as Christine Inc., like that stuff we write with. Each day I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 19 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they have the ability to turn someone who barely sees themselves as a writer into a published book author. They are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's quote. Successful people ask better questions, and as a result, they get better answers. Tony Robbins. Well, once again, good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Hope your, what the heck month are we in? September is going well. And today's episode is especially for those of you still struggling with the question, what should I write about? Or in the case of nonfiction specifically, what is my book's message or overall lesson? And here are three ways to uncover your message when you might not be entirely sure that you even have one. Number one is a mindset strategy. You all know that's one of my favorite things. And it starts with the idea and also my belief that as human beings, we are all authors. And by listening to this show, you've already taken that one step beyond and you've decided to act on that idea or even potentially act on the idea that as a human being, you are already an author. So you've already started to personally explore that possibility just by listening to me. So therefore, when you're feeling nervous about writing a book, asking questions like, can I do this? And will people care what I have to say? These are helpful when you approach those questions from the standpoint of curiosity. So rather than trying to pump yourself up in a way that feels forced or fake, where it's like, I got to write a book, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And, sometimes that doesn't feel entirely natural. So, and it also kind of puts your brain maybe on the defense because can I do this? Can I do this? And your brain says, no, you can't. No, you can't. So it's, a great way to almost kind of like trick your brain is approach from curiosity, approach from questions. Be curious about this idea that all human beings are natural born storytellers and work from there. Then start asking questions. Start with general questions and then kind of zoom into more specific ones. So you can start with, what would it be like to tell a story? What would it be like to tell my story? What would it be like to tell a story that might help others? So what you're doing is you're working from, can I do this, all the way to, specifically, what might I write about? One question at a time. Questions are the key to putting yourself in a state of curiosity. Therefore, disarming all those pesky limiting beliefs that are keeping you from writing your book. And number two, the second strategy to help you uncover your message, make a list of all the things you think about or talk about in an average day that light you up inside. The things that make you feel good, that inspire you. And if you can't think of anything offhand, if you're totally blanking on that, how about just putting this idea on your radar to do this, to just mental note. When I'm writing about something or talking about something or thinking about something that lights me up inside, make a note of what that thing is. Keep a notebook handy to make a note of topics that excite you. It's important to be an observer of yourself as an author, the things on your mind and possible opportunities to explore those things. Because quite often that message you've been desperately looking for to write about in your book, it might be right in front of your face. It might be in your regular, ordinary thoughts, and you might not even notice it. Turn yourself into an observer and find out. And finally, number three, another list. I love lists. Lists are very helpful. Write down every lesson you've learned in your life. No matter how minor or insignificant. See, questions are still on my mind because it's such a great strategy. But for this one, write down every lesson you've ever learned in your life. Now, imagine standing up in front of a group and teaching those lessons. So imagine if you had to teach them and come up with a lesson plan and really expand on them. Which of your lessons have legs? Which ones kind of have meat on the bone? And be open to the idea that it might be the life lessons that you least expect to have any sort of mileage to them. You might be thinking it's, these lessons over here, but all of a sudden when you start trying to expand on your lessons, you find some minor, insignificant, what you thought, lesson at some point in your life that actually has quite a bit of mileage. So from there, let the process of exploration and elimination begin. Thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I am helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And I would love to see you in my Inc. Authors group on Facebook. Let us know how we can support your writing goals. Inc. Authors on Facebook. Until tomorrow, happy writing.